Welcome to the podcast. Today, we're going to learn how to introduce ourselves confidently.
Hi, everyone. Learning to introduce yourself is such a key skill, and we're here to make it fun and simple.
Let's start with some basics. Sarah, how would you start your introduction?
Great question, Hamza. I'd say, start with your name. For example, hi, I'm Sarah. It's clear and straightforward.
That's a solid start. After the name, I usually mention where I'm from or what I do. Like, hi, I'm Hamza, and I'm from Lahore, Pakistan.
Absolutely. Adding your location or profession helps people connect with you better. For example, hi, I'm Sarah, a graphic designer from New York.
What if someone is a student or doesn't have a specific job?
In that case, you can mention what you're passionate about or your goals. Like, hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm studying computer science with a passion for web development.
That's great advice. So, Sarah, what's next after introducing yourself?
Next, you can share a fun fact or an interesting hobby to make your introduction memorable. For instance, in my free time, I love painting and hiking.
I love that. It gives people something to talk about with you. For example, I'd say, I enjoy playing the guitar and exploring new cuisines.
Exactly. It helps keep the conversation going. Plus, it shows a bit of your personality.
Let's try a role play. I'll introduce myself first. Hi, I'm Hamza, a software engineer from Lahore. I enjoy playing the guitar and trying out different recipes.
And I'd respond, hi, Hamza. I'm Sarah, a graphic designer from New York. I love painting and hiking. It's great to meet you.
That was fun. Sarah, do you think there are any common mistakes people make when introducing themselves?
Definitely, Hamza. One common mistake is giving too much information right away. Keep it concise and relevant. What about you?
I'd add that sometimes people forget to sound enthusiastic. Your tone and energy matter a lot when making a first impression.
So true. Even a simple smile or friendly tone can make a big difference. What about people who are shy or nervous?
For shy people, I'd suggest practicing in front of a mirror or with a trusted friend. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel.
Great tip. I'd also say, take a deep breath before you start. It helps calm the nerves. And remember, everyone feels nervous sometimes, it's totally normal.
Let's give our listeners another role-play example. This time, I'll pretend to be a student. Hi, I'm Hamza, a biology student from Lahore. I love reading mystery novels and playing chess.
And I'll respond, hi, Hamza. I'm Sarah, a graphic designer from New York. I enjoy painting and hiking. Nice to meet you.
See how even small details make it engaging? Your interests make your introduction unique.
Exactly. And if you're meeting someone in a professional setting, you can add a bit about what you're looking for. Like, I'm excited to learn more about environmental science internships.
That's a great point. Customizing your introduction based on the context is so important. Any final tips, Sarah?
Yes. Be genuine and don't overthink it. The goal is to make a connection, not to deliver a perfect speech. And you, Hamza?
I'd say, listen carefully when others introduce themselves, too. It's a great way to find common ground and keep the conversation going.
That's so true. And what about if someone is introducing themselves in a group setting?
That's a great point, Sarah. In a group, try to tailor your introduction to the context. For example, if it's a team meeting, you might add, I'm excited to collaborate on this project and bring my software engineering skills to the table.
Absolutely. And if it's a social setting, you can keep it lighter, like, I'm new here and looking forward to meeting everyone. I love traveling and photography.
Let's also talk about cultural differences. In some cultures, it's common to include your family or background. Like, I come from a family of educators, and it's inspired me to pursue a career in teaching.
That's so true. Understanding cultural norms can really help. For example, in some places, including a handshake or bow is part of the introduction.
One last thing, Sarah, what about online introductions? They've become so common now.
Great point, Hamza. For online intros, keep it concise but professional. For instance, hi, I'm Sarah, a graphic designer specializing in branding. Looking forward to collaborating with you all.
Perfect. Listeners, don't be afraid to adapt your introduction depending on the situation. Flexibility is key.
And remember, the goal is to leave a positive impression. Keep practicing, and soon it'll feel effortless.
Let's add a final example for networking events. Hi, I'm Hamza. I work as a software engineer and specialize in AI solutions. I'm here to learn about emerging trends and meet like-minded professionals.
That's a fantastic example, Hamza. I'd say something like, hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a graphic designer focusing on digital marketing campaigns. I'm excited to connect with industry experts and exchange ideas.
And for those who might be nervous, remember that networking is about building relationships. Take your time and don't rush.
Exactly. Focus on quality over quantity. Even one meaningful conversation can make the event worthwhile.
Do you think there are ways to follow up after an introduction to keep the connection alive?
Absolutely. I'd recommend sending a quick email or message. For example, hi, name, it was great meeting you at event. I'd love to stay connected and learn more about your work.
That's a great idea. You can also mention something specific from your conversation, like, I enjoyed our chat about graphic design trends. Here's an article I think you'd find interesting.
Exactly. It shows that you are engaged and adds value to the relationship. What about people who feel awkward following up?
I'd say, keep it simple. Most people appreciate the effort. Just saying, it was great meeting you, is better than not reaching out at all.
That's so true. And don't forget platforms like LinkedIn. A quick connection request with a personalized note can go a long way.
Before we wrap up, let's share a memorable introduction we've experienced. For me, it was someone who said, hi, I'm Ahmed, a software engineer and part-time magician. I love solving problems, whether it's code or card tricks. That's fantastic. It goes to show how a little creativity can make introductions memorable. That wraps up our episode. Listeners, try out these tips and examples in your daily life.
I love that. For me, it was someone who introduced herself as a storyteller instead of a writer. It sparked a great conversation about creativity and careers. Absolutely. Listeners, don't be afraid to add your unique twist to your introductions. It can leave a lasting impression. And don't forget, practice makes perfect. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next episode.